2K Sports checks in with their loyal viewers with a broadcast from Boston, the home of the Celtics. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Boston playing for the home crowd again tonight. These guys are hot, no doubt about it, continuing to put up win after win.
And when you think of the elite teams in the NBA, this is one of the teams that pops out at you. Had the great season we expected from it.
It's been really impressive. However, there's a lot of work ahead to achieve their ultimate objective, and that's winning the championship.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up to the Celtics. And Marcus Smart, GA, the very definition of a guy you love on your team, but hate to play against.
Yeah, and teams that go deep need that sort of presence. Smart is more than just an agitator, though. Great player who anyone would want to play alongside.
No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Here's Tatum. Here's White. He's good with the little jumper in close.
Well, this is the aspect of Tatum's game that is most improving, the ability to manipulate defenses and find an open teammate.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, I briefly spoke with the Lakers head coach. And with this team, it's all about getting out in transition and using their team speed. He said, look, if we get a rebound, we got to be off to the races. This has to be a track meet. So we may have a wild one tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks, David. White, wide open. He fires. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Davis. Back to James. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. I believe, Greg, last season, LeBron missing the playoffs for just the 3rd time in his career.
And Kevin, it almost felt surreal to not have him in the playoffs. I mean, this guy's been a fixture in the postseason for almost 2 decades now. Just another bullet on LeBron's incredible resume.
Outside Tatum. A shot, no good. And it's the Lakers the other way. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team. And that one's good by Davis.
Well, the playmaking ability of LeBron James may be his best skill in a wealth of incredible skills.
And they get it back. Picked by Horford. 6 to shoot. Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, off the dribble, Jason Tatum continues to perfect multiple options in his arsenal.
James with the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
From outside the arc, Tatum no good.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Now here's James. Coming off 31 points last game. Kicks it out to Schroeder. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Smart. Offensive rebound. In the corner. Tatum with it. Tatum with another miss.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Right, here's a classic NBA question. Who's been the best franchise in league history? Celtics or the Lakers?
Come on, Kevin. You are putting me on the spot. But I'd go with the Lakers. More superstars over the years. And I think that 2000s run with Kobe and company, that put them ahead in my estimation.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. changing it up here. And Jason Tatum seems, GA, like he's on the verge of being a superstar in the league.
And Kevin, some would say he is already there. It feels like he's going to win an MVP in the next 5 years. He's already shown he can lead a team to the finals.
Now here's Tatum. Look at those numbers of his. You just can't say enough about the work he's doing at the offensive end. He's averaging about 30.5 points a game. And the three ball is good.
Well, consistent catch-and-shoot opportunities will be available for Jason Tatum, and he makes good on it.
From deep, James. Rebounded by the Celtics. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
Listen, I don't fault the effort. That was there all night. It was the quality of play that was lacking. There was not a ton of cohesion. They've got to figure it out.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Tatum. And good. Coming on the assist by Brogdon. Tatum's got his third basket of the night. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. James outside. Another miss by LeBron. Got a piece of it. To the paint. Here's Tatum. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defensive mindset clearly focused on clamping down on LeBron James, and their game plan is working. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Celtics.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
And Davis sends it back.
And wingspan, mobility, Davis is basically a shooter's nightmare, one of the great shot blockers in the league.
And Greg, up and down the Celtics roster, so many of their key players were drafted by the Boston Celtics.
And Tatum and Brown at the core, but also credit to their front office. Rare to find a powerhouse built from homegrown talent.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, Malcolm Brogdon said in pre-draft interviews, teams would ask him, you went to college for 4 years and got your master's in your 5th year. Are you sure you want to be an NBA player? It seems as if you're black, you can't be both educated and a sportsman. But it's not disheartening. It's a chance for me to break the mold. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Now here is Davis. Averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league. 5 on the clock. Here's Reeves. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. The kick out to Westbrook. They get it back. And another shot. Trying to get open is Davis. And it's Westbrook missing. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Third personal foul.
And the free throw, no good.
And many thought Horford's days were over after his OKC stint, but showed he can still be a difference maker in Boston. And boy, was he a huge part of their final run.
Brown. And Davis pulls it down.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. In the second quarter, held scoreless. Horford may not be as consistent as he once was, but Greg, he shows up when you need him the most.
You know, he had several big games for the Celtics in the postseason. Great shooter who can really space the court for you. Still also a top-level defender at the rim, and he helped define their interior defense.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
How exciting is Jaylen Brown as a basketball player? This guy is a skilled forward who loves showing off that ability to dunk the basketball.
Now here is Davis. Pass to Beverly. Tries a three. And it's White with the rebound. Boston leading by 7. Brown inside. Here's Griffin. And he lays it straight in.
That right there is about ferocity and want to. Blake Griffin getting to the offensive glass. I love his energy.
Pass to Schroeder. Left side, Davis. And it's sent back by Horford.
Well, this guy is a consistent shot blocker threat. Now Horford twice on the pipes.
Crossed up the D perfectly. Brown's got the lead up to 11 now for the Celtics. And in the last decade, defenses switching on screens has increased dramatically. Is this the new normal, you think?
Kevin, I think so. I think teams that switch well tend to defend well, because switching can create mismatches, but it's harder to punish those now with all the help defense.
And here's Davis for 3. Celtics leading by 11. To the left wing. Brown outside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Davis.
And Jaylen Brown is such a force on the offensive end. Hard to keep that guy out of the paint. Terrific finisher at the rim.
And maybe the only weakness for Brown is his handle on the ball.
And it's something that he's worked on every offseason. Still, though, susceptible to turnovers while dribbling. That's one of the very few weaknesses in his game.
Pass to Brown to end the run. Los Angeles with another miss. Here's Brown. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Lakers the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Again, the miss by the Lakers. Here's Williams. Inside. Williams, that's good. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. We've got 33 seconds left now here in the second. Pass to Brown. Walker in the corner. Stolen by Brogdon. Here's Pritchard. Hits it.